Hi, this is Wendy Hernandez, attorney and creator of Command the Courtroom. This is video 3 in my series on how to settle your family court case outside the courtroom. So in videos 1 and 2, we talked about sending letters or emails to try to settle. That was video 1. In video 2, I talked about having an informal settlement conference with your ex or soon-to-be ex. And in this video, I'm going to talk with you about alternative dispute resolution. So alternative dispute resolution is an alternative way to resolve your dispute. Makes sense, right? And there are lots of different types of alternative dispute resolution. I'm going to cover a few of them in subsequent videos, but I just want to highlight what those are for you before I delve into the first one. So one method of alternative dispute resolution is called mediation, and that's when you and the other party sit with a neutral who tries to help you work out your case, the details of your case. Another method of alternative dispute resolution is arbitration, where you and the other party mutually select an arbitrator, and oftentimes it's a family court practitioner or a retired judge, and that person actually sits in the place of your judge that's assigned through your court system, and that person decides your case just like a judge would. So I'll talk more about arbitration in the next video. And a third type of alternative dispute resolution is collaborative divorce, and that's the one that I'm going to touch on today. There's a lot to collaborative divorce, but what collaborative divorce, it's a system of resolving the case that involves more than just attorneys. It involves an array of professionals. So it involves 2 attorneys who are usually called law coaches. They're not called attorneys. And it usually involves 1 or 2 or possibly 3 mental health professionals, mental health coaches. So each party ideally would have a mental health coach, and that mental health coach would help each of the parties get through the process and help each of those parties when they had emotional roadblocks that come up often in divorces and get in the way of the case making progress. The mental health coaches are really valuable as far as keeping the parties on track, keeping communication respectful, and just keeping everybody focused on the issues at hand. So in addition to the attorney coaches, the mental health coaches, there may be a mental health coach or a professional that is assigned or that the parties select to represent the children's interests. They speak for the children, the mental health coach. And this is also valuable because a lot of times parties say, oh, well, you know, the kids want to live with me more, or, you know, they don't like spending time with dad. And it's really not great for the kids in this when this situation happens, because the kids are right in the middle of the lawsuit. So the coach for the children, or the children's mental health person, takes the children out of the equation and tries to understand where the kids are mentally and emotionally and how they might be impacted by certain custody or parenting time arrangements. And that coach then reports to the collaborative divorce team, and everybody can move forward and make decisions based around the best interest of the children as reported by that mental health coach. If it were possible in every single case of mine, I would have a coach assigned for the children to speak for the children. So on top of the attorney coaches and the mental health coaches for each of the parties, and potentially the mental professional that's speaking for the children, there is a financial neutral who is assigned in a collaborative divorce case. And this person is a neutral, and they take stock of the parties' financial situation. They make projections about, you know, how long the money will last if it's allocated in a certain way. They can do breakdowns. They can equalize values. They perform a lot of roles that help simplify the process for everybody, because I will tell you, in a normal case, when I don't have a financial professional involved, I'm the one who's trying to figure this out. And I didn't go to accounting school. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not my strength. And when I can, I do hire some sort of financial professional to help me out with these calculations. So in a collaborative law case, the financial neutral does what he or she is good at and projects financials and reports on financials. And again, this aids the parties in making a decision. So with this team of professionals, Everybody works together. There's a certain number of scheduled meetings that the parties have, and they talk about the issues in a strategic way and try to reach agreements in a, quote, collaborative way. Now, just because collaborative divorce is collaborative doesn't mean it doesn't get tense. It doesn't mean it doesn't get hard. It doesn't mean it doesn't get emotional. It doesn't mean that they're not disputed issues, but it means that you have a team of professionals in place to help you deal with the different issues that come up and hopefully move through the process more efficiently. So for anybody who's interested in collaborative divorce, I mean, I definitely recommend that you investigate it. The benefit to collaborative divorce is that you move through the system more efficiently and more quickly than you normally do through traditional litigation. And although it probably, there's a significant upfront cost with having to pay all of these professionals in the long run because you get your case done more quickly, the benefit is, it's a good benefit to paying these professionals upfront as opposed to stretching the cost over, a year or 2 years and having lots of emotional drama and trauma that goes along with traditional litigation. So that's the synopsis on alternative dispute resolution method number 1 that I'm going to address in this video series, collaborative divorce. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Remember to look out for the next video in this series in which I'm going to touch on mediation. Until next week, keep on trucking and remember to command the courtroom.